I honestly can't remember when I came up with the first idea for doing like an alien invasion film set in the UK, but I love the idea of doing something set outside of London, outside of LA, outside of New York.
My name is Bianca Bree, and I work on UFO, and my character is Carrie.
Yeah, I play Michael Galloway. I play a character called Vincent.
I'm Maya Grant, and I'm playing Dana in the film.
Playing the character of Robin in UFO.
My name's Peter Barrett.
My name's Andrew Shim.
We'll start the film, I suppose, up until the UFO arrives or we realise what's happening. I suppose it's establishing the relationships between the different characters and the group dynamic, really.
The scene I'm dressed for now is a nightclub scene, and we're basically just having a normal night out. I actually get proposed to by Robin, and we're just having a normal night out, everything's fine, and then strange things start to happen, sort of like little bits like the phones don't work, and then there's like the power cut and stuff, so just weird things like start to creep in and we're not sure what it is.
One of my favourite moments in the film has definitely got to be doing what we did today. It was so nice to do kind of quite a normal slice of life moment. A proposal is always really exciting. It's always really exciting for an actor, but it's also really exciting for an audience if you want it to happen. And this is actually the first time we get introduced to Robin and Dana's character, so to see them through that transformation of going from boyfriend, girlfriend to something a bit more serious actually sets up a much longer character arc for the two of them.
We all go out one night, four best mates. One of them, Sean Brosnan, who plays Michael, he ends up pulling Bianca, who plays Carrie.
Challenging was a dance sequence, nightclub. It's out of my way. And I thought the sex scene would be, but then I did this. I'm like, oh no, this is.
So here we are, stood on the streets of Derby outside Sin nightclub because there has been a bomb scare that set off the fire alarm in the casino, which has in turn set off the fire alarm in Sin nightclub, which is why we're now stood here, wasting time and not getting the day.
One of the things I really love about the film and the script is that we learn everything about what's going on from just an ordinary person's perspective. So all of those moments that you would normally expect to be revealed through the eyes of the authorities, the government, the army or whatever, are all done from 5 ordinary people trying to work out what the hell's going on. We had a lot of new challenges, particularly in the visual effects department, which I hope if you've seen the film and you're watching this after the film, you'll agree that they've been brilliantly executed, thanks to Costas.
We were just so lucky to find Costas, and I instantly got on with Costas. Great guy, amazing talent, real passion. And off we went. Then we knew that it was possible to make the film that I'd written.
Basically, we have one of the central characters, Maya, and she's coming out of the house, and all of a sudden she discovers that's raining everywhere else but except on her. So she looks up, and on the sky there's a UFO standing on just exactly on top of her, basically.
Kind of got these amazing effects that Costas has done a wonderful job with, and it's amazing how he's kind of made the inside of my head, it's quite odd seeing like what you've written and what you've imagined come to life through Costas's amazing skill.
I enjoyed like darting away from the UFOs and whatever. It's kind of weird because obviously they're not there yet because of the blue screen and whatever. But I enjoyed doing that.
So digitally afterwards we'll have to replace the umbrella with a UFO. So there it is.
you know, over the course of the film, you know, we bonded pretty well with Sean Brosnan, who we didn't know beforehand. So that's quite nice. It's important for our two characters to get on, and it was good to have a real sort of sense of working with Dana's character as well, because the audience has to believe we were young and in love, and we had our whole life together. And Jazz, who I've worked with on a couple of previous films, I knew very well, so we were actually able to play well, we are friends, but we don't quite like each other thing, but I think it was easier to do because we knew each other.
So every time somebody said that's a stupid idea, you shouldn't do that in an independent film, we were like, okay, well, we definitely need to do that then. The idea of doing, you know, like a 10-minute long Steadicam shot, or however long it ended up with, you know, and we pulled it off, you know, no cuts. And we had to do that on a Sunday evening, you know, in a window of like, I think the supermarket shut at like 4, half 4, and then it got dark at like 8:30.
It's phenomenal in the sense that it's a 12-page, one-take Steadicam shot, so everything has to be everything has to be on point. Everyone has to know what's going on. Dom needs to know what's going on, and he does it brilliantly.
Well, you don't have to say it read a lot worse on the page. I was expecting something absolutely monstrous. But I think we've got it after our rehearsal last Sunday. I'm pretty pleased that we're pretty happy that we've got all the narrative beats down, that we know what we're doing. We're going to have to get in there and be super quick, like 20 minutes to set up, and then shoot for a couple of hours until the sun goes. I think we're going to get it. Yeah, I mean, I guess the biggest issue is probably AD department, because we've got 150 background, which is quite a lot. The rehearsals look pretty good actually, so I think we'll be okay with them.
I'm worried about a camera knock or an extra looking down the barrel.
Well, we've got Carlisle grip, we'll just punch anybody out of the way that gets in there anyway, so that'll be okay.
Okay, well, I'll see you on the other side.
Shits and giggles, baby! Our key cast come and find a big crowd of people hanging around here trying to do exactly what they're trying to do. As they arrive, there's about 150 extras we've got today. A fight starts to kick off outside the supermarket. They meet a friend who then gets them into the back entrance of the supermarket. The supermarket's closed. So we're running with the cast, and in one Steadicam sequence, down into the crowd, have a little bit of a fight out the front, through the crowd.
I'm most worried about an extra looking straight down the lens. That's what worries me most. Secondly, I'm worried about an extra knocking the camera. Thirdly, I'm worried about blocking going wrong. Fourthly, I'm worried about some sort of camera problem going inside outside with the light. I'm worried about the sound being unusual. Actors forgetting lines. Gun going off wrong. Fight going wrong, someone getting hurt. Yeah, cheers for that, made me feel a lot better.
I think that shot in particular helps to show the sort of claustrophobic feel of the film. There's never any wide shots in that sequence. We never go wide at all. It's all on a steady cam, following quite tight. Incredibly well choreographed.
There's also another big challenge that I'm a little bit worried about today is there's a fight sequence in the middle of this huge Steadicam sequence. That can obviously read pretty badly if we don't get it exactly right. So the guys have been rehearsing that fight, so it will play out and read as live, because if that fight goes wrong, that's right in the middle of a huge sequence. So basically a lot of challenges today, plus obviously live gunfire in the middle of this as well. And there's also a gun switch out, because we can't have Sean with a loaded gun down the back of his trousers for the whole sequence. So we've got to switch out the gun in the middle of the Steadicam sequence as well. So yeah, quite a few challenges.
The scene is it's pretty tough to prepare, but you just got to be in it in the moment, sort of.
And I have to smash a bottle over Sean's head in the middle of it as well, so there's obviously risks of injury. The very first take we did, I managed to get a dead leg from Sean and a punch in the face, so I've been hobbling around ever since, but it went well. I think we got a couple of good ones, you know, and you have to do it a few times just to make sure that you cover all the ground. So you've got your safety, but you always want to go for one more and see if you can get the perfect take. So I think we did the job. I think we got some good stuff. It's just timing is key on something like that. It's really tough to get everyone in the right place at the right time. Like, these doors had to open precisely the right time so we could all run in and take out a couple of the characters and then go through the fight. Oh, but can you hear when the doors open?
No, I can't hear shit. The problem is, even if you're queued and you catch me right there, we'll just style something out and I'll stack it a bit further down. Yeah, I agree.
Even if we get you, we'll still roll.
Yeah, even if you get me, you can just shove me about a bit and I'll just stack it afterwards. Yeah, you okay?
Yeah. Sorry, bro.
I just think the energy of a Steadicam shot you get, and the audacity of trying to pull one off with no money and a massive amount of extras right in the middle of a film like ours is just great. I think it's cool. I think you should be ambitious, should always try and push yourself, and that's what we're trying to do. So genuinely, everybody should be fucking very proud of themselves. Thank you very much for trying this ridiculous adventure with us. And when we see it on the big screen, I think we'll be very fucking pleased with ourselves. So everybody, thank you very much. Thank the SAs. These guys have done it for no money twice for us now, and they've done it for a little bowl of soup. So particularly the cast, if you guys say hello, say thank you. All right, guys.
Hey! Your friends need you to get out of here, okay? Lock it up! Hey, come here. Take that phone, go out the back door, go straight home. Thank you. Go. We need to go here. Now, come on, let's go.
Kerry, give me the gun back. You hide behind the girl, won't you?
Fuck you! Michael, you okay?
Thank you,
My job in the film is to basically save the day. Myself and Andrew Shim, we're a couple of squaddies.
We basically blow the spaceship up and save her, and I run over it like a knight in shining armour that I am. That was freaking horrible, actually. It was actually the worst day shoot I've probably ever had, because it was in the rain, but because there was no rain, they used a rain machine, and it was like torrential rain. It was good though, it was good fun. Got to fire the machine gun in the rain, which I've never done before.
My name's Sean Pertwee, and I'm playing the part of the prophetic tramp, and I've foreseen the occurrences that are about to happen, and I'm convinced and have tried to warn the rest of the guys that this is about to happen. He's noticed something, people think that he's crazy, and they write him off as being either a manic depressant or someone who has mental difficulties. So, but he sees a difference in people, and he notices it, and everything is aligned to the time which is the 24:36.
24:36. What the fuck is he talking about? Talking about the time the clock, so it's nothing.
A lot of people don't seem to appreciate that when you're doing a fight, there is so much acting involved. Even if you're just doing fighting, to sell those reactions and get people emotionally involved in the fight that's going on, actually showing pain and what's effective and what isn't effective is so important.
I've had training in like Muay Thai and martial arts and boxing, extensive boxing history, but I haven't like stage combat and things like that. But what Joey and I did was we basically had, you know, it was 2 notches below, maybe 1 notch below a real fight.
Joey's somebody that I really respect the opinion of and really respect what he's about. And so I made the approach to him, and I had a little chat with him, and I sort of said, look, you know, what I want to do is I want to shoot something really, really special. And what I want to aim for is I want to aim to shoot, you know, the best kind of English independent fight put on screen. That's got to be the goal. And Joey was, you know, that's smash up Joey Street, so he straight away was up for that.
233, take 2.
Camera set.
And action.
Tom was a big fan of my fight in the Bourne Ultimatum, and we had a meeting a month or two ago about this project and my potential involvement as an actor and also as a choreographer.
Yeah, that did look a bit better.
Ramification of the better if we do it next to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, are we going to bomb?
This is beautiful.
Yeah, good. And try and keep your supporting legs straight if possible. I mean, I can hunker down.
Yeah, there you go. That feels a lot better. Okay, guys, let's shoot that.
Okay, do a sprint one, and then oh, it's gonna go.
It's difficult on an independent film when you're having to redress the set after every take. If it's meant to be a pristine chemist to start with, it makes it more difficult. So by having it looted, it fits in with the narrative, given what's going on, the alien invasion, and then also makes our lives a bit easier.
Felix, our production designer, didn't have a fortune to dress it up. I mean, she did a bloody good job with what she had. She always does. So I never know how she pulls off what she does. Take a bit there.
So what I'm doing, I'm switching as I get pickup from safety to full auto. So I'm kind of, as he's gone, I'm looking there.
Yeah, so even what you did there is what we didn't catch that before.
Yeah.
So literally, I think it's a case of you walk up to the kid,
Yeah.
give him a look, and then raise the gun,
Yeah.
and that'll give us time. And I was just cheat yourself across an inch to make it a little easier for Sean to slide across, and cheat yourself as far back as you can do, you know, just a little closer. So literally just turn around, bang, you know, straight away.
It actually helps for me to be further away from that.
Oh, okay, sure.
For that kick, because if I'm too close, I won't be able to cock my leg.
Okay, sure. Sorry. Okay.
Go back here.
But that's. I mean, that if we can get that at that moment, I think maybe it might be an idea to like grab it, turn around, woof, so you're actually already turned around by the time you notice him. Because if you're noticing him like that before you turn around, it's that sort of time it's taken to flip round that's struggling to sell. Just
yeah, of course, and also use your you can use your peripheral vision.
I'll put you in there, as long as you promise you're going to keep your arm tense.
I got thrown against like Sean. That was it. At least I got thrown one more time.
that whole move, followed by the spin kick to the pin, cut in on the pin, pull back to reveal the pin sort of still there, pull across to Bianca to reveal it, pull in, and then special of grabbing the straight to his leg. Yeah, fucking hell. Action!
And Sean's just a can-do guy. He was up for it. He was willing to take, before we even choreographed, I said, look, are you going to be willing to take some real hits? Because that's what's going to make this fight stand out, is the fact that there's no stunt doubles.
And basically, we're going for each other's faces, so you are ducking and weaving, you're bobbing and weaving, and you know, if you don't move, you're basically going to get hit. So, I mean, preparation for it, I don't know. Dutch courage? I don't know.
There was a particular phantom shot, slow motion shot, we really wanted to get, which involved Sean taking an actual hit. So we did it the first time, and Joey kicked Sean. It looked good, but it didn't look It didn't look perfect, and I approached Sean, and he knew straight away. He could tell that it wasn't right. He could tell in my eyes that it wasn't perfect, and so he wanted to do it again. Second time, Joey was obviously wary about kicking Sean's head off his shoulders, you know. So he pulled the kick a little high, and it kind of clipped the top of Sean's head and didn't quite work. So Sean just said, "Look, let's just do it again, and this time, Joey, I want you to actually kick me." It was an amazingly brave moment from Sean.
The second kick, it was, I basically reacted, I preempted it so you could see it, but I did get, that was significantly stronger than the first kick. So then it was like, okay, let's do it a third time. I was like, this time I'm not gonna move, but I was just like, just go for it. And I actually took a full-on kick. And when you watch it, you see, you'll see the impact on my face because it's, 1,000 frames per second. So it's actually, you can see his foot slamming against my head.
And action!
Hi, my name is Adam Dakin, and I'm production supervisor and locations manager. Locations manager is as it sounds, really. It's my job to find and source all the locations and sort out all the logistics at the locations, for example power sources, water sources, toilets, generators, and the general well-being of the crew whilst they're on location.
A brick gets pulled from the wall and the whole thing collapses. That means everybody, and that includes the runners. And we know, we're not stupid, the runners are standing at the edge of a road, and it's a thankless task in many ways, because all they can see in the distance is a little mushroom cloud going up of like an explosion and all the kind of action going on, and they're sort of standing there getting abuse from passers-by who aren't allowed to drive their normal route home.
Hi, I'm Joseph Flashdance Maudsley, and I'm a runner helping out in the UFO movie.
My name's Ross.
Oh, just a second, I'll be with you in a minute.
Yeah, no problem.
Did you put in the fucking paper anything about road being closed?
Well, this location actually was quite simple, which I was quite worried about at first, because obviously shutting down a crossroads, which is used, can be very disruptive to traffic and local residents. But the local council, Amber Valley Council, have been hugely helpful. Michael Wells, who is the environmental officer in the area, he's been massively helpful. He took me to 3 or 4 sites, possible sites that we could use, gave us permission to close the road down for 12 hours, which is great. So before I found, when I was reading through the script, and I knew we needed to do a stunt on a road, on a T-junction or a crossroads, I thought that this was going to be one of the tricky ones, as you can imagine, but actually it went quite smoothly, so I was very happy with that.
Okay.
So that was the situation where we have the road blocked off for the crash scene that's being filmed down at the crossroads. Yeah. We're down here as runners, so we receive information like we've been told to come down here, lock off this road. We've got a nice little document here published by the Derbyshire County Council and the police, a little phone number.
As you can see, we have things like that when we have a massive tractor and a combine going through. But other than that, no, everything seems to be running smooth at the moment. Everything, and it's just a managing and having good people skills, keeping on top of your staff, and just making sure everyone's okay, working in the same direction, and we work together, and we get a good film then.
This is what happens when I say to Dom, you can't have a shot.
So working with Dominic, Dominic's great. I mean, what I like about Dominic is that he's really good at getting great performances out of actors. He really is an actor's director. With such a short production schedule and working nights as well, it really becomes tiring and intense, but Dominic manages to find time to work with each actor and really get the best performance out of them. One of the things I hate about working with Dominic is that he just loves to work through the night. The guy, I actually don't know when he manages to sleep. In fact, I'm not sure he does sleep I've never seen him asleep. Not that there'd be any reason to ever see him sleeping, because I don't sleep with him.
He keeps putting me in his films. I love him. Love him.
In terms of the casting, it was strange because I was watching a show called like a documentary thing that was on English TV called Behind Closed Doors, something like that. I'm not sure. And I saw Bianca Brie, who is JCVD's daughter, and the moment I saw her, it was amazing. It was literally exactly as I'd pictured Carrie, the lead female, and I just had to make an offer for her straight away.
And I was kind of nervous because Dom didn't see any of my work, nothing, so he gave me a huge chance. He threw me in like the shark pit, basically. I had 2 days rehearsal to learn not huge montage, but to learn a sequence. And it was really fun. Yeah, I got thrown around, I got beat up, got bruises everywhere. I still have a bruise, I think, on the back of my leg. Yeah, so it was really fun. I enjoyed that. I think that was one of my favorite scenes to do in the whole movie.
We hit so many different beats in the film, so it's a bit of horror, there's fight, there's sci-fi, there's all these different things. And I think rather than it being, I haven't said the intimacy of a romantic comedy, you want a widescreen or epic film. With what we're doing, we need as much production value as possible on screen because we've got a limited budget and we need it all to be up there on the screen. So when you're seeing this 30 feet high Odin Leicester Square, you can go, yeah, okay, that's cool.
And I think they're gonna laugh and feel down because they're gonna fall in love with certain characters and they're gonna feel for certain characters, and then when something tragic happens to that character, whoever they like, they're gonna be like, oh shit,
There's a lot of action in it. There's a lot of personal moments between characters.
Like when I was reading the script, I was even scared at points, and I was just reading it off the paper.
One of the greatest action guys in film in it. We've got Jean-Claude Van Damme doing fight scenes.
A bit of a thrill ride from UFO, I think, visually, but also I think they can really expect to care about the group.
I would actually be lying if I said that I was looking forward to finishing this because it's almost like so much fun that I want to keep going.
And also, there's just twists in it galore.
It's gonna be very like a twist. It'll be a twist. It'll be a cool twist.
There's a great big rocket launcher, and obviously that fires at the UFO.
Learn a lot. Learn things not to do. Learn a lot of things to do.
I'm sad in a good way. I'm sad it's ending in a good way.
If you want to know, go see the fucking film.
I love every element of it. I love script writing, I love pre-production, I love shooting the movie, I love post, I love bringing it out. I do enjoy all of it, I really do. And yeah, it does get tough and it's hard work, very long hours, but I love it. It's not work.
Cut that!